All right, now we get to talk about Uncle Chop Chop.
This
Wow.
movie fucking rules.
Okay, now apparently
This was right up
Australia was
Chris's
actually
alley,
founded by like criminals from England that were exiled there. Is this true or not?
Partially.
Okay, partially, because this is a thesis about that, if you ask me. It's like,
Well, they all got fucked by Tasmanian devils, and that's the
Oh my
real
God.
reason they're like this.
I listened to some of the commentary. There's two commentary tracks in the Blu-ray. One's with the actual chopper, and one's with the director.
before he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fuck, it was
This
58.
movie came out. This movie
Shortly
came out-
after he died.
Good.
Movie
Yeah,
came out a
on
long
the
time
special
ago.
features. I need to get the Blu-ray. You have the Blu-ray, Chris?
Sure.
This movie came out. This
Well, I
movie
just
came
need
out
to get the.
It came out in 2000.
He didn't die until 2013.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
just say that there's a scene, one of the scenes, I think it's like the scene in the bar
Ugh.
where the director's like, at a certain point, Eric was gone and this other guy was here. And that happened all the time. Like I was no longer looking at Eric, I was looking at Chopper. And I think Bana's performance in this, especially if you've seen all of his other movies, which I think I've seen almost all of them at this point, like he's so fucking good in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like Raging Bull level good because
It is
like two of them.
That's a good comparison, actually.
And then there's this guy.
I mean, he put on like 30 fucking pounds to
and
play
it's everything. Like he's just completely like I actually had a couple times like, oh yeah, this is the guy who was like super cut in Troy, like or
yeah,
I really like him in Hannah. I mean, like
Black
and
Hawk
Mu-
Down.
so many
Munich
things.
too. Black Hawk Down, Munich.
Yes.
He's good. He's
Eric Bana. Eric Bana is one of my all-time favorite actors.
Mhm.
I watched this movie not too long after it came out. I have no idea how it came across my radar, but this like sold me on Bana as an actor, and I've continued to be sold on him as an actor. And if you want to see him go to a similar place that he goes to acting in this, you need to watch the documentary about his like off-road racing career.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I know about that. He's kind
which
of
is which is called Love, which is called Love the Beast. But
I didn't know he does that.
what did you say, Chris?
He kind of fucked off back to Australia. Like he's kind of
Yeah, because he
America.
got his money, and what
Yeah.
he wants to do is off-road racing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like-
And he's an interesting cat because a little more history too. This guy is a sketch comedian by trade. So
Full
so
Frontal
before-
is the name of the show that he was on, and Full
Yeah.
Frontal's fucking hilarious.
he was very popular in Australia for comedy, kind of like, I mean, imagine like, he's kind of SNL there, that
Yeah,
type of
Oh, wow.
those other kind of, yeah.
This is
And,
like
Chopper,
Carrey doing
and
it.
Chopper recommended him to
Yeah.
play him.
Right.
He was like, "This is the guy I want to play me in this movie."
And no surprise, this is the movie that everyone saw and said, get that motherfucker to
No,
America
like the next
immediately.
right after this, like if you look at all of his Hollywood kicks in
The
right.
Hulk is right,
right after
almost really after this, right?
Ang Lee cast him specifically because he saw this movie
Right.
and was like, "All right, well, I got my banner."
Yeah, green color notwithstanding, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a term, the unreliable narrator, where the narrator is telling you a story, you don't believe it. This is unreliable in that this guy is like, what an interesting character. He's like, he comes over, he asks for money, he shoots you, he hugs you, he takes you to the hospital. It's like he is violent, but he also at the same time wants to make friends, and he's huggy and lovable.
Instant remorse.
It's insane. It's like,
Well, his book, do you know the title of his book?
His emotional wheels is back and forth the entire time. It's so fun to watch.
His best-selling book, what's the title?
I don't know.
How to kill your friends and influence people.
There you go. So there it is. So that's good. But
He alleges, and again, unreliable narrator. He alleges that when he was 14 years old, he was subjected to multiple treatments of electroshock therapy,
Mhm.
and he blames a lot of what happened after that in his life on the electroshock.
Brain
But that's-
damage.
But that's
Yeah,
why that's
I'm
why
actually-
this character is so interesting, because he is so unhinged and violent, but yet Chris is right. Instant remorse. I mean, this guy has a heart.
He's caring.
He
It's
really has
weird.
feelings.
Uh-huh.
He will drive you to the hospital after he shoots you. Like
That's exactly right.
He's very strange.
Uh-huh.
Like
But he also knows why you can't tell anyone that you did that.
Uh-huh.
So he denies it constantly
all the time.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this
Even to his
combination,
father.
yeah,
Yeah.
this
But his
combination
father
of,
knows.
yeah, it's like, you know, there's like this combination of like him being this soulless criminal, and also kind of this guy who needs love and wants to give love, feels realistic as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, I imagine if the criminal underworld, if you actually visited, people like this all the time, people who love, people who want to be loved, and also people who just can't control their emotions and their anger and want to kill people all the time.
The
Well,
stuff
and
of
when his buddy stabs him in jail,
oh god.
What a
And-
scene.
and he's just like, "Why are you doing this?
Yeah,
Exactly.
why are you doing this?
Like,
What are you
You
doing?
mean this scene?
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Oh,
So
that was
gross
rough.
too. Gross.
And he's just
He's
like,
disappointed, basically.
right.
Yeah, he's like, "What's
he
wrong?
says
What
that
are you
several
doing?"
times. He's like, "I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, I'm just
Like,
disappointed. Like I
I'm
don't. Why are you doing
disappointed.
this? Why are you doing this?
That's crazy.
He's such
And
a.
then he doesn't turn on him until they're like, "Oh, he talked about you and filed for victim compensation."
Uh-huh.
Right.
And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?
Uh.
He stabbed me like 9 times,
Yeah.
and then he wants victim compensation."
No,
for
it ends up in civil court, which is really funny. You know,
And
it's like,
Chopper's like one of those guys. We all know this guy, right? He's a guy that can.
oh, I do not know.
No.
No. I'm just saying.
My uncle would either hire him or
Holy
rent
never!
him.
Not this specific guy. I'm talking about the guy who can take so much more than other people. This guy gets. I'm not talking about actual Chopper. I'm
Maybe
talking
in
about
high
like
school.
Yeah,
this
maybe.
guy gets stabbed 9 times and he's fine. Like there's people who get like, you know, you push him over and they're like they break their arm. I mean, this guy is just a fucking tank. Like he
Yeah.
just is invincible. He's
No,
invincible.
I had a neighbor like that growing up. He would every summer he'd break a limb. And he always came back for more. You know, it was like
I mean,
Yeah.
we haven't talked. We've been talking a lot about the acting. I mean, like I mean, as far as Dominic, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think this is well directed in as much as he knows what to focus on. I mean, like the one time I sort of felt like
He knows what to focus
putting
on.
his thumb on
Eric
it
Bana.
when they're on coke and he cranks the frame rate.
Oh, I know the frame rate. That's so fun.
that was great.
okay.
That was so what a fun
When they're
idea.
fucking so fast.
I know, ours would coke and it's like brrr, and it's
I
like,
mean, you know, there's certain shots. Like I thought this was sort of like this was all really well. Like there are certain shots you're like, oh, the director knows what he's doing too.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He does.
The,
He does.
the second go around of that, where that guy's just talking a mile a minute, and then it's like, "Oh, you're in the wrong parking lot."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, Dominic had a vision. I mean, he's obviously a visionary director. I think this is our second time covering him.
I did the
No, third.
Third.
Third, yeah,
right,
yeah,
third, no,
third, yeah.
Oh, because we did Blonde too.
We did Blonde. The only one we haven't done is the one that's 3 hours long,
Which is
That's
amazing.
also the best one.
We also
is
did
the best
Blonde,
one.
which
What's
is 3
that?
hours long,
which
so
is
it's-
on my list.
The
Oh,
assassination of
right.
Jesse James by the
Named
coward
by the
Robert
coward
Ford.
Robert
Yeah,
Ford.
no,
That's
This-
the best
Oh,
one.
this-
did he do that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
and the
director is
cinematography-
phenomenal.
The
This guy's
cinematography
phenomenal.
in that movie.
That movie is fucking perfect.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this, at least back then, he was kind of he had brevity. He got the thing done in half.
Well, and you can see, I think Chris is right. You can see his artistry forming here. Like this guy is an artist. He's a
this
visionary.
film is pretty. It looks really nice, and it's got great
You
lighting.
know, it didn't cost very much.
Huh?
The colors are great.
No, they made it for $12 in a pack of fucking Victoria bitters.
I mean,
like,
And they stick the landing. Hello,
Yeah.
like that. This is
Some of my favorite parts of his performance is him watching him on TV. Like
Yeah.
it's
Which is the end
amazing.
of the film. The end of the film is him watching himself on television.
Yeah, and talking to the guards like they're
Talking-
buddies
it's
instead
like-
of.
It's so funny.
I mean, it's the
we,
kind of
we
movie
gotta
where.
close this door. Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah, don't worry, I got it. They're like, hey Chop, you need some cigs. Like they wait on him like they're fucking staff, and like he is the fucking man in that
This is
prison.
back to my theory about everybody in Australia is an actual criminal. It's just a matter of like who is actually breaking the law and who's actually not breaking the law. It's like I think that's why he's treated so well in jail, because it's like, well, we all end up in jail because we're Australians, but there it is. Sorry I said that, but I'll say it again if I had to.
Well, and at this point, he is a celebrity.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
The best-selling author in Australia
one-
and I
one-
can't
one
even
of-
bloody
at the
smell.
time. At the time. Mhm.
Yeah, he was one of the best-selling authors in Australia. He wrote like 12 books
I didn't know
by the
that.
end.
And he
Yeah,
can't even bloody spell.
All about
He can't
himself
blow
or
his
other
spell.
people.
And
No,
I've got a
that's
bestseller. And I've got a
Part
bestseller.
where John tells
when
us he
he's
didn't
like
like it.
when he pulls his buddy over
Yeah.
and
Get
he's
over
like,
here.
show,
Yeah.
show him your tattoo.
So,
And
yeah,
he like holds
copycat.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Go
then he's
away.
like,
Go
get
away.
the fuck
They don't,
away. Get the
yeah,
fuck,
they want me. Put the camera on me. He's
Also,
just
this
so-
film, you
oh
need
my
the
God.
subtitles more than this than almost
Oh, boy,
Tokyo
yeah.
Story.
Oh no, they
Yeah,
went on
it's
immediately.
Yeah,
Immediately.
exactly.
That-
There's
Oh,
more
no,
than
I watch
Do
it.
you
I
not
raw
know
dog
any
it.
Australian people?
I do, but this was thick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had no
Oh.
clue.
I raw dog everything. I don't do subtitles unless it's actually literally a
Also,
foreign
isn't this
language.
like one of the cars from Mad Max? The first,
Yeah, well, that's a Monero. That's from Mad
it's
Max.
the first
Same
Mad
era.
Max, right?
For our capsule bios, Jared, raw dogs everything.
Well, mind you, this is a
all
fair.
No
movies are
subtitles.
good.
No subtitles unless they're actually speaking a foreign language.
Yeah, but the thing is, for the show,
But I do raw dog
I
everything.
want to see what's going on. No, this was a period film
I
set
think
in
you need subtitles right
1979 or
now.
set-
We should put some-
I'll wait. The first part of the film was actually set in the 70s, so it makes sense to have these old Mad Max cars out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
that's just Australia.
Yeah.
Like Australia,
Yeah.
Australia has a bigger car culture than the US
It does, exactly.
Like
Well, there's fuck all to do in Australia. except
there's fuck all to do,
for
there's
private
fuck all to
cars.
do, and it's largely dry.
It is.
So much like California, the cars can survive much longer
That's right.
because they're not getting.
Oh, it's
they're not
dry.
getting- well,
No
it's
Yeah.
dry.
It's dry.
Arid, it
So
is.
there's no
Dry
salt,
heat.
and there's
Let's
no
not-
salt
Dry
on the
heat.
road.
Let's
Also,
not.
I like the
let's
fact
not,
that every time there's a TV on there, they're watching horse racing or dog racing. You notice that?
I
Let's
know,
not.
yeah,
Let's
that
not
dog race
forget
going
how
on for like at least an hour. It seems.
this movie is incredibly funny.
It is.
I
It is
agree.
It is
like
very funny.
it's almost literally a comedy, dude. It's so fucking funny.
I agree.
Every like, there's so many so many characters, jokes. It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
John,
Yes, Chris.
An awful quiet.
Was it hard to take, John?
All right. Okay, so number one, full disclosure, I turned it off halfway through
yeah,
because I was pretty sure when he kicked the door down he was going to kill his girlfriend, and I didn't want to see that.
He does not.
So
does
you
not.
could say this is effective filmmaking because it had an effect on me. It made me turn it off.
All right.
I grant you guys that Eric Bana is fucking great in this movie. He's really good. He disappears into the character.
He does.
He only
And
kills like 3 people in this movie.
Yeah, that's true. It's
yeah,
not.
he's just so unpredictable. He gets that look on his face, you know, when he's thinking about killing somebody.
That sharky look.
He looks like down.
yeah.
It's like
Has a
this.
tell.
He has a tell. Yeah.
That's-
I don't
yeah.
think it's a bad film. It was just an unpleasant experience for me.
Oh, this was such a pleasant experience for me.
So maybe I'll watch the rest of it later. But it did overwhelm me at
I
that
wondered
point.
when you were going to tap out.
I tapped out about
I didn't
halfway
expect
through.
it because, like,
There's an
Mark's
overall
gonna make it
level.
45 minutes.
I
He
feel
walks. He goes out to his car, and then he comes back. He kind of breaks his her windshield wiper off and the side view mirror, and then he goes back to the door. And I'm like, okay, I don't even want to see what's going to happen next.
I feel
And
like
that's when I
you.
checked out.
I
That's
feel like
funny.
you hung
I
in
thought-
for worse
I thought he was
movies
being
than
I
this.
thought he was just being a sad fuck at that point. It's like this poor
Yeah,
guy.
he was. He
Can't
was.
make it happen.
Yeah, but he's unpredictable because you can't read him because it's like he gets stabbed 9 times and his expression doesn't change.
But John, I'm actually gonna like back you up. This film is
No, he gets real
there's
sad.
there's a
actually.
level of
Yeah.
brutality in this film from beginning to end that
Casual brutality.
casual. It gets
Yeah.
kind of hard
Yeah.
to take after a while because it's like
Well, he does. He does
Yeah.
push the mom down and injures her, and then he turns to the girl and he says, "Look what you look at you. Look what
Well,
you did.
You
Look what you
made me
did."
do.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
well,
he
look
does
at your
that.
mom.
Oh my god, I can't believe you did that one, but they did that one. Yes,
He punches the girlfriend a couple of times too.
Right.
But you
Oh,
don't-
that's
you don't
true.
So he
see
doesn't
it.
ever.
It's-
He never
oh,
murders her in this movie.
No,
He doesn't
no,
murder her, but he
no,
definitely
no.
he fucks her up a little bit.
Yeah.
and her mom and her mom
And her
And her
mom.
mom, yeah.
Yeah, that was messed
But
up.
again, it's kind of funny.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I mean, it's not. It's the way
You're a
he
sick
is.
fuck.
It's not a funny situation. It's the way he is.
he's
is
just an
Right.
odd, he's an odd duck. That's all he is.
He is an odd duck.
Yeah,
Yeah, and scary. He's scary. It's like he's one of those characters that's a little bit like De Niro in Cape Fear.
Yes, there you go.
He made me. Oh, I have to say, in Cape Fear, De Niro made me even more nervous than.
Well, he was more malevolent. He was like he had a.
He was more straight ahead malevolent.
But
Chopper-
Cape Fear is like a
Similarly,
cartoon compared to this.
he could be charming and he
True.
could even be funny. He had a lot of layers, and
Yeah,
that's
right.
kind
Well,
of similar.
Chopper's trying, and like as you go on in the movie, Chopper's trying to like use his malevolence for good
It's weird.
too.
It's
Like,
very
There's
strange.
a sentence
It's true.
No, he is.
That's
He's
true though.
He's trying to get the cops to sign
With
off
great
on him.
malevolence becomes great responsibility.
Pretty
He's
much.
trying to get
Pretty
he's
much.
trying to get the cops to sign off on him becoming essentially a vigilante for them.
Mhm.
And the movie is kind of agnostic about whether
Yeah.
they did or not.
That was my next question. Is the movie coming down like pro Chopper? You think this is a pro Chopper movie? It kind of is.
No,
Huh?
the movie very much
Movie's
is
subjective.
like the movie
Yeah.
is very much like I don't know what's going on here, but like here's what everyone's saying. Like it is
You kind of, I mean, it's because Bana is so charismatic. I mean, this is charisma on crack, and
Even when
you like him more. I mean, the other characters, all the acting is phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree.
But you know that the other characters are almost even more just maybe not despicable, but some of them are more despicable than Chopper.
Yeah.
And in a different way. And so it's weird that you are sort of oddly rooting for Chopper the whole time.
Hold on though. The guy that he fucked up in prison, who he then goes and hangs out with after the fact, like when he's out, he goes, you know, but like I've been doing pretty well for myself.
The guy that
Also weirdly, like there's so many instances where he could have a issue with Chopper even being in his house.
Yeah, right.
He's like, no, we're good now, right?
you're
Like,
talking about Neville. You're talking about Neville Baltos?
there's
Neville.
all these
Oh my
movies
God,
where these
he
guys
didn't
are
fuck,
like,
he didn't fuck him up.
that
he
was
didn't
all in
fuck
the
him up in-
past. Everything's fine now. You stabbed me in prison, but we're out of the prison. We're out of
No,
prison.
no, he didn't.
No, you're talking
You're
talking about his buddy.
confusing-
You're talking about his buddy who stabbed
confusing-
him.
Both of those guys.
Yeah, both
You're
of them.
confusing two different people.
Both those guys. One with the limp, and the
And the
All right.
guy
He
with the
shot him
limp-
outside of
And the
prison.
guy with
That
the
was before
chains,
prison.
that's
Yeah,
Neville.
prison.
Oh yeah, Neville. That poor
No, that
guy.
is the guy with the limp.
He
The
just
guy
wants
with the
to get
chains.
out
is
of
the guy
Right?
with the
Yeah,
limp.
yeah. He's the one he shot in the leg.
Yeah.
He shot him in the knee, and the moment where they're talking, and
He's like, "What are you doing
like,
talking to me when I got
I
a bloody
was pointing the shotgun at
I
your
had a
head.
bloody
Head.
shotgun at your knee. Yeah. What are you talking to me? I had it pointed at your bloody head. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I got my corner, Jim.
Yeah, it's a good movie about a despicable person.
Yeah, well said.
pretty much.
But you watch,
Yep.
but if you watch interviews with him, he does have this. I'm not even going to say charm because it's not even necessarily charm. He has this disarming quality of being very honest about who he is, if not even necessarily honest about like what he did, because I think he lied through his teeth about what he did,
Oh yeah.
left, right, and center.
Unreliable
And-
narrator again.
No,
I don't
what-
even know if it's lies because I'm not even sure he knows what he did.
Well, at
No.
one point, he said he killed 19 people in his career, and then later on, he was like, it was like I injured like 10, and I killed 4, and maybe 7, depending on how you count it.
Yeah.
Like,
But Tad's not wrong. Like he's this weird. There's a certain almost like charisma. It's like you feel when he's talking, like because there's a whole footage with him and talking and interview, and you're kind of like, I don't know why I kind of like this guy, and I also don't feel threatened by him in a like not immediately. Like
Well,
you're like
not in the same room. with
Oh
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
That.
no, but
Exactly
even if
right,
you were
Jim,
in this,
exactly
even
right.
if you
But
were
even
in the
if- yeah.
same room with him,
No.
you didn't fuck him over.
if you didn't
at
fuck him
some
over, you're gonna
point.
be fine. Yeah.
Although
Exactly.
I noticed
Like-
that a lot of those people, they skate around him. They they give him a wide berth.
I would.
All the
No, that's
scenes in the
no,
dark.
that's completely. I have known some crazy people in my
Yeah.
life, and when you're around a crazy person, you do skate around.
You
them.
do.
Yeah.
Like,
If I was in-
Well,
if I was in
everybody's
room with
like-
this guy, the room with this
The
guy, like,
closest I've come, Chris, is Fred Verdun.
I would argue that Fred had in his own weirdly polite way a certain
Yeah.
level predictability,
He
particularly.
could charm people. Just
Yes, but
And then if you were with him and he had a few drinks, it's like the only
Look
bar
out.
I've ever been thrown out of was with
no, I
Fred.
told you the story about him in the Quickie Mart with where he's
Oh, that's the story.
Where he
got
pulls
the
his-
robbery, and if the fact that the gun wouldn't go off, he would have killed the guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If I was in the room with the guy,
Wait, I want to hear the story later.
I had a lot.
We
I had a
should
lot of nutty
story.
people in my life. If I was in the room with this guy, I would definitely I got you this. The irrationality is his unpredictability would. It's like a wave. I detected it and got out as quickly as possible. It's
Yeah.
fun to watch him in a film, but I would not be in the same room with this guy. It was just like it'd be too.
No.
Right, right.
No,
What?
you just leave,
Yeah, right,
you know.
Yeah, right. You're not right. Yeah, that's right, doggy.
I like.
Aw, hi, Ella.
Yeah, bye-bye. No, I love the I haven't seen this movie in 20 something years. I was watching it. God, this is just as good as I remember it.
Yeah,
It's so good. I mean, the hacking off his ear, his
That
ears
was
part,
rough,
and then
Well, he's trying to
Oh,
saw
you
it
saw
off.
that part, did you, John? That's why
Yes.
I thought you would have tapped out.
Hey, this is all unnecessary anyway. Just get rid of it. Who cares?
well, and then when he's back in society,
Well, in real
they're
life,
looking at me.
he did.
Yeah,
He
I
did.
know.
Could not
Yeah.
he could not wear your glasses, Scott.
No, they
Like,
just fall
yeah,
right off.
yeah.
Exactly.
in the movie, he has a lot more ear, which
Yeah.
I completely understand from the budgetary aspect
Right, right.
of this
a little
movie.
Well,
makeup
also
build-up.
like an aesthetic, yeah, like how they're gonna make a, yeah.
Hey, it was
I do
pre
love-
CGI.
I do love when his dad calls him Big Ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
his dad was a character. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a character as well. They just sit and drink and take the piss out of each other. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
the
can
whole-
and you can kind of see how he ended up on the path that he ended up.
Yo, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, his
yeah.
father was
Oh, yeah.
As soon as his dad really says something, you're like, oh, okay.
You can
I
see
get it, yeah.
one thing about his dad. You can look at him. He was just one of those guys who's beaten down by life. You know.
Well, his
no
dad
fight.
says, "What's the joke?" He's like, "Is it no I shut?
Yeah,
Did they make it
pretty
in
much.
Mins?"
Yeah.
Like,
He's just one of those fucked up guys. All right.
Yeah,
well,
at that
hey,
point in time, he has like a 46-inch chest, like with a,
yeah.
All right. Well, where are we at?
I'm fucking here, man.
Oh, dude, it's Chopper. It's
I
fucking
love this
Chopper.
movie.
It was so. I love the photography in this thing. It was scary, but it was actually pretty good. I
I really like this movie a lot.